First and foremost, I would say you have to constantly prospect. You have to constantly figure out, not just the companies you're talking to, but what potential partners are out there. That is of vital importance because really this is ultimately the chances of success for every one of these conversations is so low because so much has to go right for the actual event to take place. So I think most importantly, don't think you have everything lined up. Don't get complacent. You need to keep prospecting, keep your name out there, and constantly communicate the value proposition that you've got to these new players. I think you have to evolve. There's only so much the banker is going to do for you. They can make the introductions and they can help guide you through a process. But you have to listen to the market. You have to evolve. I mean, when you start this, it's not. I mean, at least for us, it wasn't an auction process. It was part of it was just learning what the market cared about, and that actually helped drive the direction of our product. This is what these large IT organizations, for us, they know a heck of a lot more than we did because they had the resources. So it's not just hey, do you want to buy us? It's learn what they care about. Take that back to your organization and try to evolve your messaging, try to evolve your product as best as you can with the knowledge that you have to, again, keep closing deals and keep servicing customers. And then as far as the third recommendation, those are two. Let me see if I have a good third recommendation. I would suggest, this is kind of later stages, and this is more just a logistical thing that helped us. But once you are engaged deeply with a strategic partner and things are moving, there's a lot of excitement. The board's getting excited. The investors are certainly getting excited. It's really important to isolate, create almost a committee. We call it the M&A committee. And you can't have 7 people or 8 people or 10 people signing off on everything. It's moving too quickly. So you need to come up with some set of people that the board designates, that everybody designates. These represent our best interests. And then you can work with them throughout the process, especially when a deal term sheet has been signed and now you're talking about negotiating 1,000 different items in a very complex purchase contract. You just can't constantly go back to to an entire board and expect to get any conclusion quickly. And I guess I'll make a fourth recommendation. Now they're just coming all over the place. So from a fourth recommendation perspective, just as a CEO, you need to make sure that going into the event, everything, the consideration that's paid to your people, to maybe not some of your main investors, but secondary investors, angels, all those things should be worked out before you embark on this adventure. Because once there's a real offer in place, greed sets in. Everybody wants as much of the piece as they can get. So if you have concepts of carve-outs, if we can drive a transaction, I want employees to get additional funds. Or I want certain investors that maybe are not as well positioned, but they put in money long ago. I want them to share the actual wealth of the event. Those things need to be handled before any term sheets in place, before there's any sense of anything. Because that's when people are going to be much more open to your suggestions, and actually eliminates a lot of the controversy that can take place later, which for us there was some of that. Thankfully I had a board that was very flexible, very responsive, and cognizant of all the different stakeholders that were involved, so that they worked with us. But that's a key recommendation: work out these things beforehand.